Free Country 99.9 WFRE. I'm Tom Whalen with Sean Snyder from Frederick County Animal Control.
Good morning.
Good morning. I have our Shockley Honda Pet of the Week here.
Yeah.
And we have Purdy.
Yeah, I brought a cat. It's been a little while since I brought a cat in, hasn't it?
You can see Purdy at on my Twitter page or my Facebook page. You can follow the social tabs at WFRE.com. And she's a pretty orange. A tabby, is that what she is?
Orange tabby, and that makes her a little rare because most orange tabbies are male. So her being female makes her unique. So, and her name Purdy, a young girl named her that because she's pretty.
She's
so
very
they
pretty
just
girl.
called her Purdy.
First thing I said when you came in, what a pretty girl.
Yep. So she's one of our successes. She actually came to the shelter before Christmas, so December 17th, somewhere around there. And when she came in, she was shy. She was scared. The shelter was very overwhelming. She was a stray. So she's one of our successes of our foster program. So usually when we foster animals, it's because they're underage or mothers with kittens or dogs with puppies, that kind of thing. But sometimes there's an animal that just, we know it can be adopted into a family, but it's not acclimated to the shelter. So she went into a family for a while. She lived with that family. That family gradually brought her into the shelter, so she wasn't there the whole time. And now she's full-time at the shelter. So she is one of our longer residents now. She's not the longest resident by any means, but she has been there now, 4 months? So she is definitely looking for that permanent home.
And, you know, if I was walking through there looking for a kitty, I would spot her in a minute because she's a beautiful red-orange tabby.
Yeah.
And a very sweet girl. I mean, she let me pet her, and cats are, you know, if they're either skittish or they're not, this one's a lover.
That's right. We color code our animals, and it's a color system of blue, orange, and green. And depending on the color, it varies. And we have her color coded as a blue, which means she is a cat that likes to be held, likes to sit on your lap, likes to be around her people companion. She doesn't hide, that kind of thing. So I think she could acclimate into a family with kids, possibly other cats, dogs. She doesn't seem to stress very easy, where some cats do stress. Now, I did say she was under stress when she first came to the shelter, but any cat needs an acclimation period into a new home. So we're just looking for a home for her. She weighs about 12 pounds. When she first came to us, she weighed 9 pounds.
Okay.
So she could definitely use a little bit of a diet. She's about 3 years old, and she rode great in the car on the way over here.
She's a very sweet kitty. How is the cat population at the shelter? Because that's always a very fluid situation.
Yeah. In the winter, we usually feel a reprieve. We have, I'd say, between 60 and 70 cats.
That's a lot of kitties.
That is still a lot of kitties, but what we're not seeing quite yet are kittens. And when kitten season comes, which could be the end of this month, the beginning of May, our population in the shelter goes up to about 150 felines a day. So it's not uncommon for us to take in 20, 30 cats in a single day some days.
I believe it. And so we can never pound it enough, spay and neuter your animals.
Yeah, and if you need help with that, the shelter has information. There's some great programs throughout Maryland which you can have it done for under $50.
Even if you got 30 or 40 feral cats running around on your property, something can be done about that.
Yeah, and there's trap, neuter, return.
I know some people who've taken advantage of this.
So they're more willing to help.
It's very, very effective. Purdy, our Shockley Honda Pet of the Week. She is a pretty girl. Call the Frederick County Shelter. You can go to my Twitter page, Facebook page, and see this little girl. The shelter is 301-600-1546. Thanks for bringing her by.
Thanks, Tom.